Have you ever felt the burn of disrespect? Not through major betrayals, but in the subtle, quiet ways that gradually wear down your sense of worth, a dismissive look, a sarcastic comment, or an unspoken lack of regard. Just like small cracks in a solid structure, these tiny fractures can, over time, weaken even the strongest relationships. But here's a truth the Stoics deeply understood. Respect isn't something you demand, it's something you embody. It isn't gained by controlling others, but by mastering yourself. When you remain firm in your principles, refusing to be swayed by ego or fleeting emotions, you don't have to ask for respect, you naturally earn it. Yeah, how often do we fail to notice the quiet signs of disrespect? How should we respond without anger, without becoming entangled in unnecessary conflict? And most importantly, how do we regain lost respect while staying true to our dignity? In this video, we will explore 9 timeless Stoic principles that will heighten your awareness, strengthen your character, and ensure that disrespect never finds a foothold in your life. These insights will equip you to handle life's toughest challenges with unwavering self-worth. Stay with me until the end, taking each lesson. And if you're ready to embrace your inner strength, comment "I embrace strength" below. Because respect isn't demanded. It's earned through quiet confidence and steadfast resolve. 1. Stoic compassion. A force of strength, not weakness. In Stoicism, compassion is not simply an act of kindness. It is a deliberate choice rooted in wisdom and resilience. It is not about pitying others, nor is it about allowing emotions to dictate our actions. Instead, true compassion stems from understanding human struggles without judgment while maintaining control over our own thoughts and reactions. Many mistake compassion for weakness, but the Stoics saw it differently. They recognized it as a form of strength, a discipline that requires patience, humility, and self-awareness. As Marcus Aurelius advised, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself, what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This shift in perspective turns judgment into introspection and blame into connection. To cultivate Stoic compassion, you must first direct it inward. Accept your own imperfections, not as justifications, but as opportunities for growth. When you learn to forgive yourself, you become more capable of extending grace to others. Next, refine your ability to listen, not to react, but to truly understand. Silence your urge to correct or condemn, and instead observe with patience. In doing so, you open pathways to deeper respect and understanding. Yet, compassion is more than a passive virtue. It is a principle that must be actively practiced. A single act of generosity, a moment of patience, or an encouraging word can ripple outward, influencing others in ways you may never fully see. True Stoic compassion is not about grand gestures. It thrives in quiet moments of self-restraint and wisdom. Above all, forgiveness is not just a kindness toward others. It is a release from the burden of resentment. Holding on to anger is like gripping a burning coal. It does nothing but harm the one who refuses to let go. By choosing to release bitterness, you create space for inner peace, resilience, and clarity. Compassion, when rooted in Stoic discipline, does not weaken your resolve, it makes you unshakable. It strengthens relationships, diffuses conflict, and grants you the power to lead without demanding authority. A person who embodies quiet strength and measured compassion earns respect without having to ask for it. Think about how your approach to others shapes their response to you. Try adopting Stoic compassion, not as an emotional reaction, but as a conscious way of living. Because in the end, compassion is not just about being kind to others, it is about mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, you master everything else. Practicing Stoic and Buddhist compassion in daily life. Start with yourself, accept your own imperfections without self-criticism, but with a commitment to improve. Both Stoicism and Buddhism emphasize that self-awareness is the foundation of wisdom. Listen to understand, not to react when engaging with others. Don't listen just to respond, listen to truly understand. This prevents unnecessary conflict and deepens respect. Transform judgment into introspection before condemning someone. Ask yourself, have I ever made a similar mistake? This practice shifts your mindset from blame to connection. Let go of resentment. Holding on to anger only poisons your own mind. As Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you allow others' actions to dictate your emotions, you are giving them power over you. Letting go of resentment is a form of self-mastery. Act with wisdom, not emotion. Compassion is not about being a doormat or allowing yourself to be mistreated. It is about responding with clarity and self-control rather than impulse. Final thoughts. Compassion, when practiced with discipline, makes you unshakable. It strengthens relationships, dissolves conflict, and elevates your presence in any situation. A person who embodies both Stoic and Buddhist compassion commands respect effortlessly, not through force, but through quiet strength and self-mastery. Try incorporating this mindset into your life, not as an obligation, but as a path to clarity, resilience, and profound inner peace. Because in the end, true power is not in controlling others, it is in mastering yourself. 2. The power of right speech. Master your words. Master your world. Words are not just sounds. They shape our reality, influence how others perceive us, and define our character. Both Stoic and Buddhist wisdom emphasize the immense power of speech, urging us to master our words with discipline and intention. What we say or choose not to say determines the quality of our relationships and the respect we earn. Words can build or destroy, inspire trust or breed doubt, strengthen bonds or create distance. The ability to speak with clarity, restraint, and purpose is a vital skill for anyone seeking self-mastery and influence. The Buddhist principle of right speech, a key part of the Eightfold Path, teaches that speech should be truthful, beneficial, and free from harm. Similarly, the Stoics warned against reckless, thoughtless words, encouraging deliberate and meaningful communication. Let's explore the 5 essential principles of powerful, disciplined speech drawn from both Stoic and Buddhist teachings. 1. Speak the truth, the foundation of trust and credibility. At the heart of credibility lies honesty. A person known for truthfulness does not need to demand trust, it is naturally granted. When you consistently align your words with reality, people recognize your integrity and respect follows effortlessly. Marcus Aurelius advised, never be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. This Stoic teaching reminds us that truth is not just about avoiding lies, but also about eliminating exaggeration, gossip, and self-deception. Consider a situation where you make a mistake at work. If you attempt to cover it up, suspicion follows. However, if you admit it openly and take responsibility, your honesty earns you more respect than deception ever could. Yet, truth alone is not enough. It must be delivered with wisdom and tact. Epictetus taught that, before speaking, we should consider whether our words will help or harm, reinforcing the idea that honesty should be paired with thoughtfulness. 2. Speak with kindness, strength through measured words. Words can be weapons or bridges, they either divide or unite. True strength lies in expressing thoughts with patience and composure, rather than reacting impulsively. Instead of harsh criticism, offer constructive feedback. Instead of anger-fueled reactions, practice calm and rational responses. The Stoics believed that the individual who maintains control over their words and emotions commands more respect than the one who lashes out impulsively. Seneca wrote, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." The Buddha also emphasized that speech should be gentle and free from malice. Before speaking, ask yourself, will this statement improve the situation or make it worse? Am I speaking from wisdom or emotion? Does this reflect my highest self? By choosing calm, measured speech, you cultivate respect and authority without needing to force it. 3. Speak with purpose. Make every word count. A Stoic does not speak for the sake of speaking. Every word should serve a purpose. Seneca warned against idle chatter, stating that excessive and careless speech diminishes one's presence and influence. 2. The power of right speech. Master your words. Master your world. Words are not just sounds. They shape our reality, influence how others perceive us, and define our character. Both Stoic and Buddhist wisdom emphasize the immense power of speech, urging us to master our words with discipline and intention. What we say or choose not to say determines the quality of our relationships and the respect we earn. Words can build or destroy, inspire trust or breed doubt, strengthen bonds or create distance. The ability to speak with clarity, restraint, and purpose is a vital skill for anyone seeking self-mastery and influence. The Buddhist principle of right speech, a key part of the Eightfold Path, teaches that speech should be truthful, beneficial, and free from harm. Similarly, the Stoics warned against reckless, thoughtless words, encouraging deliberate and meaningful communication. Let's explore the 5 essential principles of powerful, disciplined speech drawn from both Stoic and Buddhist teachings. 1. Speak the truth, the foundation of trust and credibility. At the heart of credibility lies honesty. A person known for truthfulness does not need to demand trust, it is naturally granted. When you consistently align your words with reality, people recognize your integrity and respect follows effortlessly. Marcus Aurelius advised, never be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. This Stoic teaching reminds us that truth is not just about avoiding lies, but also about eliminating exaggeration, gossip, and self-deception. Consider a situation where you make a mistake at work. If you attempt to cover it up, suspicion follows. However, if you admit it openly and take responsibility, your honesty earns you more respect than deception ever could. Yet, truth alone is not enough. It must be delivered with wisdom and tact. Epictetus taught that, before speaking, we should consider whether our words will help or harm, reinforcing the idea that honesty should be paired with thoughtfulness. 2. Speak with kindness, strength through measured words. Words can be weapons or bridges, they either divide or unite. True strength lies in expressing thoughts with patience and composure, rather than reacting impulsively. Instead of harsh criticism, offer constructive feedback. Instead of anger-fueled reactions, practice calm and rational responses. The Stoics believed that the individual who maintains control over their words and emotions commands more respect than the one who lashes out impulsively. Seneca wrote, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." The Buddha also emphasized that speech should be gentle and free from malice. Before speaking, ask yourself, will this statement improve the situation or make it worse? Am I speaking from wisdom or emotion? Does this reflect my highest self? By choosing calm, measured speech, you cultivate respect and authority without needing to force it. 3. Speak with purpose. Make every word count. A Stoic does not speak for the sake of speaking. Every word should serve a purpose. Seneca warned against idle chatter, stating that excessive and careless speech diminishes one's presence and influence. 3. The strength of mindfulness. Cultivating awareness and earning respect. Have you ever observed how some individuals command attention without exerting force, while others struggle to be acknowledged? Their influence isn't derived from authority or dominance, but rather from a profound sense of mindful presence, a deep-rooted awareness that fosters self-respect, emotional stability, and thoughtful responses. In Stoic philosophy, mindfulness is more than a practice. It is a way of life, a discipline that fosters mental clarity and emotional control. It teaches one to be fully engaged in the present, to remain unaffected by fleeting emotions, and to approach challenges with deliberation rather than impulse. Similarly, in Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is the foundation of wisdom, inner peace, and true mastery over one's thoughts and actions. The ability to remain fully present ensures that external chaos does not disturb inner tranquility, allowing one to influence situations without being dominated by them. Let's explore how embracing mindfulness enhances self-respect and shapes the way others perceive you. 1. Cultivating mindfulness strengthens inner resilience. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, frequently engaged in self-reflection and meditation, using moments of silence to center himself amid the demands of leadership. He recognized that true strength is not found in controlling others, but in mastering one's own mind. Imagine incorporating this principle into your daily life. Taking a few moments each day to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without judgment fosters mental fortitude and emotional stability. With time, this simple practice helps develop unwavering composure, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and grace. Mindfulness is not about suppressing emotions, but rather understanding them without being ruled by them. The more self-aware you become, the more naturally you exude self-assurance, patience, and quiet confidence qualities that inspire respect and admiration from those around you. 2. Mindfulness allows for measured responses instead of impulsive reactions. Consider a situation where you are in a discussion and someone unfairly criticizes your work. Your natural reaction might be frustration or defensiveness, but instead of letting emotions take over, you pause, take a deep breath, and respond calmly, "I understand your perspective. The issue was a result of a system error, and I'll coordinate with the team to resolve it." This moment of intentional response, rather than emotional reaction, shifts the dynamic completely. You stand firm in your position without resorting to hostility, demonstrating poise and self-respect, which in turn earns the respect of others. Both Stoicism and Buddhist philosophy emphasize that true strength lies in mastering one's reactions. The Buddha taught that reactivity leads to suffering, while awareness allows for wisdom-driven actions. A mindful individual is not swayed by emotions, but instead chooses their words and actions carefully, ensuring that every interaction reflects their core values. 3. Mindfulness naturally draws respect. Many people seek validation, attempting to gain respect through assertiveness, authority, or excessive self-promotion. But genuine respect is not something one demands. It is something one attracts through presence and composure. By practicing mindfulness, you develop emotional balance. People trust those who remain composed in stressful situations. Purposeful speech. Your words carry weight when spoken with intention and thoughtfulness. Attentiveness and understanding when you truly listen and respond with insight rather than reacting impulsively. Others recognize your depth and wisdom. This quiet confidence creates an undeniable presence, drawing respect naturally. Mindfulness is not passive. It is a source of profound strength. It enables you to move through life with grace, self-awareness, and unwavering composure. Final thoughts. Control your mind, influence your world. Respect is not achieved through force, but through self-mastery. A mindful individual does not seek to control others. They focus on controlling themselves. And in doing so, they become the kind of person who commands admiration, trust, and deference. The next time you find yourself on the verge of reacting impulsively, pause, take a breath. Consider your response with intention and clarity. Observe how this small shift alters the way others engage with you. Because in the end, mindfulness is not just a habit, it is a powerful force that shapes the way you interact with the world. 4. The freedom in forgiveness. Releasing the past to reclaim your peace. At some point in life, everyone experiences betrayal, disappointment, or deep wounds inflicted by others. Whether it's a friend breaking your trust, a loved one letting you down, or an injustice that lingers in your heart, the pain can be difficult to release. Over time, this unresolved hurt turns into bitterness and resentment, weighing heavily on the mind like an invisible burden. Many people hold on to these emotions, believing that forgiving means excusing the wrong or allowing themselves to be taken advantage of. But the Stoics teach a different lesson. Forgiveness is not about the other person at all. It is a decision to free yourself from the emotional chains of the past. 1. Forgiveness is about reclaiming control. Holding on to anger does not punish the one who wronged you. It only continues their influence over your peace of mind. By choosing forgiveness, you take back control of your thoughts, emotions, and overall well-being. Epictetus, a great Stoic thinker, once said, "We are not disturbed by events, but by the opinions we form about them." This means that the pain of the past is not in the event itself, but in how we continue to carry it forward. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means deciding not to allow past suffering to dictate your present and future. 2. Self-forgiveness, the key to inner peace. While many struggle to forgive others, forgiving oneself is often the greater challenge. People replay mistakes in their minds, trapped in regret, judging themselves for past missteps. This cycle of self-criticism only leads to stagnation, preventing growth and self-respect. The Stoics saw errors not as failures, but as lessons, opportunities for wisdom, self-awareness, and improvement. Instead of dwelling on past actions, they urged individuals to ask, "What have I learned? How can I move forward with greater wisdom?" True strength lies in acknowledging imperfections, learning from them, and choosing progress over self-condemnation. 3. The power of letting go. Forgiveness is not about weakness, it is about emotional strength. It takes discipline to release anger, courage to rise above pain, and wisdom to move forward with clarity. The benefits of forgiveness go beyond emotional relief. Less stress and anxiety. Letting go reduces mental strain and emotional fatigue. Sharper focus and mental clarity. A mind free from resentment is more present and productive. Stronger relationships. Choosing peace over bitterness allows for deeper, more meaningful connections. When you release resentment, you are not condoning the past, you are choosing to no longer be held hostage by it. 4. Forgiveness as a daily practice. The ability to forgive is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Each day presents opportunities to choose peace over conflict, understanding over grudges, and growth over stagnation. Ask yourself, am I carrying emotional weight that no longer serves me? Is my anger holding me back more than it is protecting me? How would my life change if I let go of this pain? By practicing forgiveness, not as an obligation, but as a path to self-mastery, you cultivate a life of resilience, wisdom, and true inner peace. Final thoughts. Freedom lies in forgiveness. Letting go of resentment does not erase the past, it reclaims your future. Forgiveness is not about the person who hurt you. It is about you, your peace, and your ability to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. It is the ultimate form of strength, the decision to prioritize your own well-being over the pain of the past. Take a moment to reflect. What could you let go of today that would bring you greater peace? 5. The power of letting go. Freedom through non-attachment. What if the key to earning respect wasn't about controlling others, but about freeing yourself? The Stoics believed that true strength comes from non-attachment, not clinging to outcomes, material possessions, or external validation. When you cultivate this mindset, you become unshakable. Most people seek power by trying to control circumstances, opinions, or success. However, real power lies in detachment, the ability to engage fully in life without being enslaved by it. Non-attachment doesn't mean apathy. Instead, it is about maintaining inner peace, no matter what happens around you. 1. Let go of the need for specific results. Many people tie their self-worth to success, recognition, or achievement. When things don't go as planned, they feel discouraged, as if their efforts were in vain. But a Stoic understands that fulfillment comes from the process itself, not the outcome. Instead of worrying about results, shift your focus inward. Dedicate yourself to your actions, your discipline, and your growth. When you find fulfillment in effort rather than outcome, setbacks lose their power over you, and no external failure can shake your confidence. 2. Free yourself from attachment to material things. The more we depend on status, wealth, or possessions, the more control these things have over us. Seneca warned against excessive attachment to material comforts, not because wealth is inherently bad, but because dependence on it leads to weakness and fear of loss. When your happiness isn't tied to material things, you become untouchable. No one can manipulate you through fear of loss because your contentment doesn't rely on external circumstances. 3. Stop seeking approval from others.
Many people spend their lives trying to earn respect by seeking validation from others.
They shape their actions based on how they will be perceived, fearing disapproval or judgment. But the moment you stop chasing approval, you become truly powerful. When you act with certainty, not because others agree with you, but because you trust yourself, you exude confidence. Genuine respect is never obtained through desperation. It is a byproduct of self-assurance. Those who stand firm in their principles without needing validation naturally command admiration. 4. Cultivate contentment in the present moment. The Stoics believed that happiness is not found in external success, but in embracing what is. When you develop gratitude for what you have right now, you radiate a quiet confidence that naturally draws respect. People admire those who are at peace with themselves, who don't chase validation, who aren't shaken by external chaos, and who carry themselves with unwavering composure. Final thoughts. Mastering non-attachment gives you ultimate control. Detachment is not about disengagement, it is about freedom. It allows you to move through life without being ruled by circumstances. By practicing non-attachment, you cultivate an unshakable presence, one that commands respect effortlessly. Consider this. In what areas of life are you too dependent on outcomes, possessions, or approval? How much more control would you have over your emotions if you let go of external attachments? By embracing Stoic non-attachment, you rise above external pressures and live with clarity, strength, and complete self-mastery. 6. The quiet strength of humility. True confidence does not come from dominance or seeking superiority, it comes from humility. Many believe that gaining respect requires asserting authority, but the Stoics understood that humility is the foundation of real strength. Being humble does not mean lowering yourself. Rather, it means recognizing that learning is a lifelong process. Those who embrace this mindset naturally earn respect, not because they demand it, but because they embody quiet wisdom and self-awareness. The first step toward humility is accepting our imperfections. No one is flawless, and those who chase perfection often blind themselves to growth. A wise person does not see mistakes as failures, but as opportunities to refine their character. When we stop resisting our flaws and instead learn from them, we grow into better versions of ourselves. This self-awareness sets us apart. It allows us to lead not with arrogance, but with authenticity. But humility is not just about looking inward. It is also about valuing the strengths of those around us. Respect is not something we take, it is something we give, and in return, receive. When we acknowledge the efforts and talents of others, we create an environment where respect flows naturally. People are drawn to those who uplift rather than undermine. A word of encouragement, a moment of genuine appreciation, these small acts make a powerful impact. Another mark of true humility is the willingness to serve without expecting anything in return. The Stoics believed that the strongest among us are those who help others without seeking recognition. A simple act of kindness, a shared insight, a helping hand can leave a lasting impression. It is not loud gestures that define character, but the quiet acts of generosity that build trust and admiration over time. Collaboration is another key element of humility. No great achievement happens in isolation. A person who values teamwork, who listens as much as they speak, and who leads with wisdom rather than force, earns lasting respect. Seeking control creates resistance. But those who guide with patience and understanding inspire loyalty and admiration. In the end, humility is not about diminishing yourself. It is about rising above ego. It allows you to walk through life with grace, constantly growing and earning respect effortlessly. When you let go of pride and embrace the mindset of a lifelong learner, you become truly unstoppable. Let humility be your strength, and you will find that respect follows naturally. 7. The quiet strength of patience. Patience is more than just the ability to endure delays. It is the mastery of one's emotions in the face of adversity. In a world that values immediate results, patience has become a rare but powerful trait. Those who cultivate it develop a quiet strength that keeps them composed in difficult situations. The Stoics understood that obstacles are inevitable and that frustration only amplifies suffering. Rather than resisting the uncontrollable, they embraced patience as a tool for resilience, allowing them to face life's uncertainties with calm determination. For the Stoics, patience was an intentional practice, not passive tolerance. It required discipline, the ability to remain steady without reacting impulsively. Instead of allowing emotions to cloud judgment, they believed in observing situations with clarity and responding with wisdom. Seneca emphasized that just as physical exertion strengthens the body, challenges strengthen the mind. Every setback, every delay is an opportunity to refine one's resilience and reinforce self-control. Those who lack patience often act on impulse, driven by fleeting emotions, while those who develop it cultivate composure, adaptability, and a sense of inner balance. Beyond dealing with adversity, patience is essential for long-term success. Many people give up on their goals because they do not see immediate results. They mistake temporary obstacles for failure and abandon their efforts prematurely. However, the Stoics viewed setbacks as part of the journey itself. Marcus Aurelius taught that difficulties are not roadblocks, but stepping stones guiding us toward growth and mastery. Progress is rarely instantaneous, but those who persist with patience eventually achieve what others abandon too soon. Patience also nurtures understanding and emotional intelligence. A patient person does not rush to judgment or react with hostility. They recognize that others are flawed, that mistakes happen, and that responding with patience fosters stronger relationships. Rather than allowing frustration to take control, they choose to meet imperfection with wisdom, creating an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. Resisting the urge to retaliate or speak in anger is a sign of strength, one that naturally earns admiration. Developing patience requires conscious effort, a commitment to slowing down, listening without interruption, and acting with deliberate intention. It is a daily practice, a mindset that transforms how we respond to life's unpredictability. Those who cultivate this virtue become unshaken by trivial frustrations, admired for their ability to remain composed, and respected for their unwavering self-control. In the end, patience is not merely about waiting. It is about how we wait, how we endure, and how we turn challenges into opportunities for growth. 8. The quiet power of kindness. Kindness is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, but in truth, it is one of the greatest strengths a person can cultivate. The Stoics believed that true influence does not stem from intimidation or force, but from inner stability, wisdom, and compassion. Those who practice kindness do not seek approval through dominance or react to negativity with hostility. Instead, they earn admiration by demonstrating patience, self-control, and a commitment to uplifting those around them. More than just isolated actions, kindness is a way of thinking, a reflection of one's inner discipline and resilience. Marcus Aurelius urged people to stop debating what it means to be virtuous and instead embody those virtues. Respect is not something that can be demanded. It is naturally drawn to those who lead by example. A thoughtful gesture, a composed response, or the ability to listen deeply can strengthen bonds, foster trust, and create an environment of mutual respect. But kindness is not only about how we treat others, it is also about how we treat ourselves. Many are quick to show compassion to those around them while being unreasonably harsh on themselves. They dwell on past mistakes, allowing guilt and regret to overshadow growth. The Stoics understood that dwelling on the past serves no purpose. What matters is learning from experience and moving forward with wisdom. True kindness means extending the same understanding to ourselves that we so readily give to others, freeing us from unnecessary self-judgment. When combined with discernment, kindness becomes a quiet yet undeniable source of strength. It does not mean allowing oneself to be taken advantage of or avoiding confrontation. It means choosing patience over aggression, self-mastery over impulsive reactions, and wisdom over ego. A person who embodies kindness does not act out of insecurity, but rather responds with intention. This ability to remain composed and purposeful naturally commands respect. On a larger scale, kindness shapes the world we create around us. Treating others with fairness and dignity sets a precedent for how we, in turn, expect to be treated. This is not about tolerating mistreatment, but about handling it with confidence and self-assurance rather than hostility. Someone who is both compassionate and firm, understanding yet resolute, earns the trust and respect of those they encounter. Ultimately, kindness is not just about our interactions with others, it is about shaping the foundation of who we are. It cultivates patience, builds resilience, and fosters a sense of inner calm that remains unshaken by external challenges. When you embody this virtue, respect is no longer something you need to seek. It becomes something that follows you naturally. The final lesson: the power of gratitude. Gratitude is not just an emotion that comes and goes. It is a conscious way of living, a mindset that shapes our perception of the world. The Stoics recognized that a grateful individual possesses an unshakable foundation, one that is resistant to external negativity, including disrespect. When we learn to appreciate what we already have rather than constantly yearning for what is absent, we cultivate a sense of inner stability that cannot easily be disturbed. To practice gratitude does not mean ignoring life's difficulties or pretending that struggles do not exist. Instead, it is about shifting our awareness, choosing to focus on what is within our control rather than dwelling on circumstances beyond our reach. Every day presents opportunities for appreciation, whether in the form of lessons learned, moments of connection, or simple experiences that bring us joy. Recognizing these small yet meaningful aspects of life redirects our attention from scarcity to abundance, reinforcing a mindset of fulfillment. Gratitude is most powerful when expressed, not just felt. Acknowledging the efforts of others, showing appreciation, and offering sincere words of thanks create a ripple effect of positivity. A person who openly values and respects others naturally fosters an environment where respect is given in return. Gratitude softens conflicts, strengthens relationships, and shifts interactions from resistance to understanding. Beyond words, gratitude manifests in the way we choose to live. It encourages contentment with what we have rather than endless pursuit of what we lack. It teaches us to place greater value on experiences over material possessions, to embrace simplicity, and to recognize that true wealth is found not in accumulation, but in appreciation. The more we adopt this perspective, the more resilient and composed we become in the face of external circumstances. A grateful mind is a peaceful mind, and from peace comes unshakable strength. When we internalize this principle, we no longer seek validation or respect from others. It comes naturally as a reflection of the self-assurance we exude. This concludes the 9 foundational Stoic lessons, each one offering a path to earning respect not by demanding it, but by embodying wisdom, patience, and integrity. From practicing mindfulness to mastering patience, from letting go of attachment to embracing humility, every principle strengthens both character and presence. Which of these insights resonated with you the most? Take a moment to reflect, apply these lessons to your life, and witness how self-mastery transforms the way others perceive you. In the end, respect is not something to be pursued, it is a natural outcome of living with purpose and wisdom.